On a typical day, there are more than 20,000 phone calls placed to domestic violence hotlines nationwide. The presence of a gun in a domestic violence situation increases the risk of homicide by 500%. Only 34% of people who are injured by intimate partners receive medical care for their injuries. And approximately 3/4 of all family violence occurs in or near the home. And unfortunately, because of this fact, many people view domestic violence as a private matter. Well, it's not. Domestic violence is a societal matter that requires the work of all of the community to eliminate. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. All over the country, there are events such as these to help raise the collective national awareness about this continuing problem. It is an appropriate time of year to raise our awareness level. And I can tell you from 28 years of policing experience that the upcoming holidays, traditionally a time of joy for many families, are a time of pure terror for others. Due to many factors, this holiday season will most likely result in increased violence in the home. Now, over the course of my career, we as a society have made a great deal of progress in addressing domestic violence. For example, mandatory arrest laws, increased attention by the legislature and courts, and the collective voices of advocates and survivors reminding us that violence should never be tolerated and that everyone has a right to feel safe in their own home have all been a positive start. Additionally, the great exposure of this problem through programs and activities that mourned those who have died, celebrates those who have survived, and connected those who work to end violence have had a positive effect on lowering acts of domestic violence in our community. We still have much work to do. Here in the city of Fredericksburg, during calendar year 2019, our officers made 164 arrests for domestic violence. That's nearly one every other day. Given the current arrest statistics this year in 2022, we stand to make 144 arrests for domestic violence at the year's end. That's a decrease of 20 arrests, but still far too many for our community. And as a community, we must continue to find ways to work together at every level, government and private, agency and individual, to combat this terrible plague. We need to be aware of signs that others are being abused. Be courageous and make the call to 911. Get the police involved when they should be, so they can help people in need, save lives. I call on everyone to help in some way. Volunteer, contribute financially, speak out, mentor our young people, set a good example, encourage victims to be survivors, and be on the watch for signs of abuse.